Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Fidus Trading Channel, and we are back again with another weekly flows video. So, for those of you all that are joining us for your first weekly flows video, basically what we do here is we take a look at the markets and how they performed over the past week, past month, and how we can potentially capitalize on opportunities moving forward based upon long-term time frame structure as well as technical structure within the markets, and generally garnering up a market directionality which we can capitalize on within our short-term trades done on our daily flows. So without further ado, let's hop into the markets and see what we can see. Starting with gold, we are on the monthly time frame, and per the monthly time frame, we can see that we've closed out May with a very strong spinning top pattern. So we can even see the wick to the top and the wick to the bottom are very much the same, which is interesting because we've been closing very bullish of recent. See lots of strong bullish bodies to the upside. Even at the opening of this month, we have a bullish push to the upside, but it's the first time in a long time we have a spinning top pattern. And what with such strong wick rejections on either side, if I may say so. So what does this signify? Well, we can see that the markets are trading far above the 50 moving average. We are in the overextended territory of the RSI on the monthly time frame. So we are seeing some sellers stepping in and actually acknowledging how overextended this market is to the upside, despite the conditions prevailing in which they are continuing to buy into gold is because of the safe haven value behind it and the uncertainty we currently have in our markets. However, there is a need for this market to drop, and we are seeing the signals stepping through. So yeah, just be cautious as you're trading this to the upside. On the weekly time frame, we are trading comfortably above the 50 SMA. We've tapped into the overextended territories of the RSI in recent times, but for the most part, we are consolidating. We can see that for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, we've very much just been in a stable range, and I'd like to say that range is between 3371 and potentially the support at 3211. Market just bouncing in between those levels. Of course, there've been some break aboves, break back below those levels, but for the most part, it is respecting the boundaries per the full-bodied candles that we can see here. Upon the daily time frame, we can actually see the nature of this consolidation in a little bit more detail, and we can see markets finding support at 3169, market finding resistance at 3435, and then if we were to just delve a little bit deeper, we can see that currently markets finding support at 3282 and resistance at 3357. Markets trading very close to the 50 SMA at the moment. We are in the sweet spot of the RSI territory per the daily time frame, so we could potentially be seeing a movement to the upside coming shortly if trend structure remains as it has in the past. So yeah, looking for that bullish move right there to the upside. Just dropping into the 4-hour chart. I know we don't generally do this on the weekly, but I think it's important for today. We take a look at price currently above the 50 SMA today. It has a strong bullish break. We had a strong bullish push off the 45 level on the RSI, and we are pushing to the upside. So it is clear bulls are getting control back in this market. If it's sustained control, we have to still wait and see. But for the most part, market directionality points towards bullish control and less so bears actually stepping back in. So this is clearly driven by some fundamental sentiment, which we will actually analyze a bit later on. Just to also note, if you take a look at the price of gold futures, it is at 3381, whereas current futures are at 3356. So it's clear that futures is higher than current price, which is probably propelling price to move higher. So we are definitely going to see some further bullish opportunities on this pair moving forward. So yeah, just continuing to look for sells. Excuse me, continuing to look for buys. Taking a look at US tech, we are on the monthly time frame. We can see that May closed out very bullish. We have a bullish full-bodied candle, and despite not having broken the resistance that was created at 21730, this market is still in that bullish territory, and we will continue to push to the upside per the monthly. We can also observe we're trading comfortably above the 50 SMA. We are not in the overextended territory of the RSI. We're just in the bullish territory. So we will continue to see upside there. For the weekly time frame, we can observe the strong reversal that happened after the tariff was paused on the 7th of April. And since then, markets have been making steady bullish moves to the upside to actually, reverse the bearish moves that happened per the 17th of Feb. And we've been steady moving to the upside. However, there is still some potential for the markets to fall, as we can see a dwindling of momentum as the bulls continue to make their new highs. We can also observe that price is trading comfortably above the 50 SMA as of the 12th of May. And we are in the bullish territory of the RSI, above 55, below 70. On the daily time frame, markets are trading above the 50 SMA. We're currently in a bit of a consolidation phase. We are trading comfortably above the 55, below 70 on the RSI. So we do have strong bullish structure in this market. We can see higher low and higher high structures here, but for the most part, this consolidation is strong between 500 and the support at 20,875. Markets are pushing higher. I am expecting further upside potential, but we do need to break out of this consolidation phase where market has found fair value as of recent. Coming to the 4-hour, we can see that price is trading upon the 50 SMA at the moment, so not providing too much structure, hence why we have the consolidative phase. We are observing that price is in that sweet spot range, but it's breaking out, breaking back in type of situation, which is normal, what we see within a consolidative phase of the market. I'm still trading upside potential, but I would need to see momentum stepping in, which will probably be due to some fundamental cause. Per US study, we are on the monthly time frame. We can observe the bullish close of May. Not a very strong full body candle, but it is much larger than the bearish body candle of April. So it is clear that the bears are in some way in over here. So like I was saying, on the weekly time frame, we can observe the bullish nature of this market. We can see the push that happened after 7th of April once the tariffs were paused, and we've steadily been making bullish gains since then. Markets have been trading upon the 50 SMA on the weekly time frame as of recent, and we've just been staying in the sweet spot region for about a month or so. So no clear directionality coming out of the weekly time frame, but we do know that the bulls are in control per the monthly. So if we were to drop down into the daily time frame, what we can see is the consolidative nature of this market. Price trading above the 50 SMA currently, but it is consolidating after that massive bullish push. We can on the 12th of May, so we can see that support structure at 41,276, and then the resistance at 42,715. So yeah, price just staying silent within that space, finding fair market value within that space with no real movement to the upside or downside. But we do know that there is upside potential in this market, and we're just waiting for the right news event to actually trade off. So definitely looking to go long on this pair. We can see that all the bullish structure is intact. So with indices, very much bullish over there. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's just hit the VIX index. So VIX index, I'm just dropping into the 4 hours so we can observe how it opened, how the markets opened for this week. So we can see that the market's at 18.92 on the VIX. So it's clear that it's a risk on territory. What this means is that this benefits indices. It actually doesn't benefit gold, but from the analysis that I just provided, we're actually seeing a lot more gold buying power, which is odd because the indices is going down per the VIX. So I'd say just do a lot of research into your fundamentals prior to taking any sort of positions. I will not be doing currencies today. I think that I just wanted to touch base on indices and gold, but I will give a currency update video sometime during the week. So with that, let's just take a quick look at fundamentals for the week ahead. Of course, it's a new month, so it means we have NFP the end of the week on Friday. So yeah, lots of red folder news this week. We have unemployment claims on Thursday. We have ISM, ADP on Wednesday. So JOLTS Tuesday. And then today we have USD ISM, and then we also have Fed Powell speaking. So yeah, fully fundamental week. Be sure to read up on your news releases. Also understand how each of these specific news events at the time they're going to be released is going to impact the particular markets in which you are trading. And in turn, make sure that you factor that into your technical analysis and your entries, either trading the front end or the back end of this news. But of course, trading the front end is risky. Good rewards, but a lot of risk if you're wrong. But then back end, you can potentially capitalize after gaining a sense of market directionality. Again, I would suggest also just reading a couple trading view news outlets. I think it's a good way just to gauge market sentiments per the news releases, and in turn, make sure you position well and in line with the massive investors, from the bigger institutions. So yeah, that's it for me at Fighters Trading Channel. I hope you guys enjoyed that weekly flows video for today. I know it's a bit shorter than normal, and generally I like to go into the currencies, but I just wanted to keep it short and sweet. Make sure I update you guys on the moves of the week. Yeah, I'll be trying to keep these videos a lot more concise moving forward. But yeah, with that, I hope you guys have a successful trading week, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.